guys, it's Heather at Homeschool Culture, and today's video is all about lunches for those homeschool kids. So I am going into it first by letting you know these are simple lunches. It does require some cooking, some reheating, and it is not keto, not vegan, but you can alter all of them to fit, obviously, you and your family. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it around and get going on it. You will notice all these things behind me in glass jars are grains and beans and lentils and things like that we buy in bulk. But beans and all that stuff take a long time to cook. So I talk about that in the video as well, because again, I try to be cost effective, time effective, and try to be health conscious at the same time. I'm starting off on Monday with some rice in the Instapot. So I take the rice and I will do usually 2 cups. I will rinse the rice. And you can see I try to rinse it until it runs clear. I'm going to add some water to it, and it's a 1-to-1 ratio for white rice. I like to add something so that it doesn't stick to the pot, so I'm adding some ghee. You can also use olive oil, avocado oil, and a little bit of salt. I put on the lid, and then I turn on the pressure cooker. The setting I use for rice is the rice function. It usually takes 10 minutes to come to pressure, 10 minutes to cook, and then 10 minutes of natural release, and then at that time it is done. We're going to pair the rice with black beans today. We have an option of doing a canned black bean, store-bought canned, or some black beans that I canned about a year ago. And I'm going to go ahead and get through those. So I'm going to use that instead. And then because it is a quart-sized jar, I'll be able to have leftovers for tomorrow's lunch. And that's what you can see here on the stove is actually the next day. I didn't, for whatever reason, film whenever I was making it the first day. So this is the next day's beans, and there was a little bit of rice, so I went ahead and mixed that in. And just so you know, I am having to make rice both days. Topping wise, we keep it simple. I add these red onions to mine. We all get avocado. Sometimes they'll add cheese and then sometimes sour cream, but we try to limit dairy just because of the cost and because they don't need it for every meal. You always want to check the valve and make sure there's no more steam coming out. And then of course you always want to take that lid and make sure you're taking it, when you're opening it away from your face. So I just pulled this out of our refrigerator. On Sundays, my husband, before he leaves to go to work for the week, he does work out of town, we do big batch of grilling of chicken, steak, beef, whatever it is. And so this week we did chicken breast, which we're adding to our beans and rice today. So the first day we made it without the chicken and made it like a meatless Monday. And then on Tuesday, we made it with the chicken, kind of added a little variation. And then I also add salsa on top. On Wednesday, my daughter got up early and made this Irish soda bread. And then for lunch, I had one of those half-pound patties with just cheese on top and mayo by itself. And my kids took the other patty, split it in half, and made like little sliders with the homemade bread and the beef. And unfortunately, I did not get that pictured this week. On Thursdays, we just kept it simple and did bean and cheese nachos in the microwave. You could also, if you have maybe a larger family, do a sheet pan nacho in the oven. We just use organic corn chips from Aldi, some cheese from Aldi, and then some refried beans that I get at Costco. We got these organic grapes from Kroger this week, and they were so sweet and so delicious. So we added those as a side. So I also love adding some sour cream and some salsa to it, and then sometimes some jalapenos. On Friday, we had leftovers from the night before. So the night before, we made a red lentil pasta with a mushroom spaghetti sauce, and you can see there additional sliced mushrooms. We also added a 1 pound of beef. So we're going to pair this with a side salad. Again, we like to add red onion and then this homemade ranch. It's a packet that I get from Azure Standard, which is a place that I buy most of my bulk items, and I get this in bulk as well. And then also on top of the red lentil pasta, we add this goat cheese, which my kids and I both love. It's messy when you first put it on, but it is so delicious, and I get this at Costco. Okay, guys, that is it. That is all the meals for this week. Again, I try to keep it simple. We do meatless Mondays a lot of times, just cheap beans and rice that I buy in bulk. Of course, we also do leftover meals. And then again, like I talked about, we made that batch meat that we grilled on Sundays. And that just helps us be able to get it all in and make it easy for lunches during the week. Okay, guys, I hope you are still with me, and that is the end of the video. If you have any questions about where I buy my bulk or where I buy all of my glass jars at, let me know that, and I will send you to some links down below. And I hope you really got from this that you can definitely do leftovers. Batch cooking like on Sunday or any day of the week helps out a lot. And then get your kiddos involved. Like I told you, my daughter made that Irish soda bread that one day, and that helped tremendously. And so just getting them involved, batch cooking, and of course leftovers always helps the homeschool mom during lunch hours. I'd love to know what y'all are eating. I need some ideas myself, so go ahead and put those down below, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.